3 months with the Zcam E2 M4. Is it still worth it? Hey, welcome to Laddercam Studio. My name is Damus aka ProX, and this is your place to be for videography. Thanks to all new subscribers. I almost doubled the subscribers since I started these videos. So I appreciate you watching this, and it motivates me to keep making these videos. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel and don't forget to put on the notification bell so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. I've been using the Zcam for 3 months now, and it took some time to switch from die-hard Sony user to a completely new workflow. But the thing I noticed is that it was a lot easier to work with because the menu is video based, so you're not bothered by all the extra menu options, and it's really focused on shooting videos. So was it worth the switch? Yes. The image quality is really nice, and once you get to know the workflow, it's easy to use. And with a new update now and then, you're always up to date with the latest firmware. So after 3 months of doing some shoots with the Zcam E2 M4, I'm going to give you 3 pros and 3 cons about my experience with the Zcam so far. Of course, the image quality is a big pro. It's super nice and clean, and it goes all the way up to C4K, that's Cinema 4K. And with the different codecs, you can choose the best quality for your projects. And if you edit in a smaller sequence settings, you get even more room to fix your compositions in post. Now, I've been using the C-Log 2 and the Rec 709 profiles only. And if the lighting is right, it's not hard to quickly set the right exposure and get a nice clean image. Another pro is slow motion. I'm a big slow motion fan, so they say everything looks better in slow motion. So that was one of the main reasons I bought the Zcam. And with the Zcam E2 M4, you can go all the way up to shooting 4K 160, and in full HD you can even record up to 240 frames per second and still keep a nice clean image. Also, a big pro is the Zcam Facebook group. When I first got the Zcam, I didn't really know where to look for tutorials or videos about practical problems, which you can find in the menu. So in the Zcam Facebook group, you can just drop your question, and 9 times out of 10, somebody got an answer or knows someone that had the same issue as you. And what's really nice about that group is that even the CEO and other staff members of Zcam are also in that group. So they really engage and listen to their users. And you can even suggest new options which they can use for their next products or the next firmware updates. A con on the Zcam is that it takes some time to set up your camera. It's not a take out of the bag and run camera like a Sony or Canon, because it has no built-in monitor, so you have to use an external monitor, which requires some cables and a monitor mount, etc, etc. And because it runs on MPF batteries or V-mount, you have to attach these first before you get everything to work. Of course, if you got a big camera bag and it fits in one piece, you can just throw it in and carry it like that. But I like to travel light, so I want the camera to fit in my bag, and I'll put it together on set. And that takes some time, so I'll show up early at shoot just to make sure I have everything with me and all my settings are correct. Another con can be storage. Quality takes up a lot of space, so it's necessary that you have enough free space on your CFast or your SSD card. So when you got a long shoot with a lot of footage and you're shooting in, for example, ProRes, you need a lot more space than when you're shooting at H.265. So before you shoot, make sure you have enough space to store your footage and decide which codec you're going to use before your shoot, so you don't end up looking which files to delete on set because your card is full. What I also don't like about the Zcam is the remote control options. I like to use my Zion S3 gimbal or my SmallRig handheld ring, and found out that I can't use certain options on my gimbal, like the record button on the Zion Smart Sling or setting ISO or aperture with the control panel. I can't connect the gimbal to the camera because it only has one USB-C connection, and that's already taken by my SSD card. So basically I'm operating 2 devices at once, and it would be nice if it was all integrated to control things from one point like I did with my Sony and the Weebill S. And when I use the handheld ring, I have to put the whole set down, press record and pick it up again to shoot. It would be nice if there would be a wireless remote control to clamp on the handheld ring so you can press record and stop without having to put it down and losing your composition or focus. Of course, the C-Cam got a lot more pros than cons, but like with every new camera, you just gotta learn to work with it, and once you know the settings, just stay sharp on set, and as long as your focus and exposure are on point, you're guaranteed to get some clean footage out of the C-Cam. So I definitely not regret buying the C-Cam. It's just a new episode in my video career. I haven't had a lot of opportunities to shoot yet because of the pandemic, of course, but once everything is open again, I'm ready to take on every job. So for now, it's just a lot of practicing and some video shoots now and then, but once we get the green light, I'm ready to go. If you have any questions, requests, or just want to comment something, drop it down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and put on the notification bell so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I see you next time. Peace.